Dear viewers, Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of the News Bulletin. In the headlines today, when it comes to the growth and progress of Rourkela steel plant, all of us will extend every possible support, assure the trade union leaders to DIC Rourkela steel plant. Fond farewell accorded to employees on superannuation at RSP. And in our Azadi Kamrit Mahotsav series, today's personality is Pandit Krupa Sindhu Mishra. Now the news in detail. When it comes to the growth and progress of Rourkela steel plant, all of us are ready to extend unstinted support, assured the leaders and representatives of the different trade unions of SAIL, Rourkela steel plant, while interacting with Mr. Tanu Bhaumik, Director in Charge, on 2nd September 2022. The interaction session organized at the Manthan Conference Hall of DIC office was attended by Mr. S.R. Suryavanshi, ED Works, Mr. P.K. Satpathy, ED PNA, Mr. P.K. Sahu, ED Projects, Mr. Somnath Tripathi, ED-MM, Dr. B.K. Hota, ED Medical and Health Services, Mr. A.K. Behuria, CGM in charge FNA, and many other senior officers of the plant. Mr. P.K. Behra, General Secretary, RSS, Mr. H.S. Bal, President, RIKKS, Mr. S. Kujur, Vice President, JMM, Mr. Sashadhar Naik, President, RMS, Mr. B.K. Naik, General Secretary, SETU, Mr. A.K. Naik, Assistant General Secretary, RWU, Mr. N. Sahu, Deputy General Secretary, RSMU, Mr. B.N. Das, General Secretary, SEAR, Mr. P.K. Nanda, General Secretary, Rourkela Shramik Panchayat, Mr. P.K. Mohanty, General Secretary, HSWA, Mr. R.C. Malik, General Secretary, Loha Mazdoor Sangha, Mr. S. Pradhan, Secretary, North Orissa Workers Union, Mr. N.K. Mohanty, General Secretary, Ispat Labour Union, Mr. C.R. Jena, President, Kalinga Ispat Shramik Sangha, and Mr. B.K. Tiwari, General Secretary, Aam Mazdoor Sangathan, and other members of the unions attended the program. Today is an auspicious day as INS Vikrant, the nation's first indigenously built aircraft carrier, will be dedicated by the Honorable Prime Minister. We feel proud that SAIL has supplied about 30,000 tons of the special steel for building this first Swadeshi aircraft carrier for Indian Navy, which is a major step towards making of an Atmanirbhar Bharat, said Mr. Bhaumik while initiating the interaction session. Thereafter, he elaborated about the current position of the steel plant, the challenges faced by it because of external elements, expansion plan, safety initiatives, employee welfare activities, medical and healthcare facilities, upgradation of amenities in the steel township, as well as mines areas, etc. In each area, he highlighted the plans and views of the management and its focus on taking the steel plant to a higher orbit and simultaneously improving the services and facilities being extended to the employees. Earlier, Mrs. Sunita Singh, CGM PPC, made a presentation on the physical performance of the plant in the last financial year, as well as the targets and achievements pertaining to the current financial year. The leaders and representatives of different trade unions thanked the DIC for creating a harmonious environment by organizing such an interaction session, which they said will pave the way for a better and brighter future of RSP. They also expressed hope that with the combined efforts of everyone, RSP will overcome every challenge. Issues regarding safety, maintenance, welfare of contract workers, healthcare facilities, township management, etc., were discussed threadbare in a cordial environment that showcased the earnestness of everyone to see RSP as the best performing plant of the country. Dr. P.K. Sahu, GM in charge personnel, welcomed the gathering and also coordinated the entire event. The employees who superannuated from the company's service on 31st August were accorded fond farewell at Say Rourkela Steel Plant. In a function organized at Civic Center, 30 employees were bid farewell. The spouses of the employees were also present on the occasion. Mr. K.K. Sengupta, CGM CNIT, was the chief guest on the occasion and presented gifts and service certificates to the superannuating employees. He also advised them to stay active physically and mentally as well as develop some creative or recreational hobbies. Mr. G.R. Das, GM Personnel, the guest of honor of the function, in his address emphasized on proper management and investment of the retirement benefits and enrollment in health insurance scheme. Mr. K. Panda, Labour Inspector, welcomed the gathering and coordinated the program along with Ms. Rashmita Kullu, Office Attendant Personnel. Ms. Aniketa Singh, Manager Personnel, proposed a vote of thanks. In a similar function held at Vocational Training Centre, Tensa of Bolani Iron Mines, Mr. Tilak Patnaik, GM in charge, BIM, KIM and Taldi handed over the service certificates and token gifts to 2 superannuating employees. The function was coordinated by Mr. J.P. Mishra, DGM Personnel, BIM. As a part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebration, SAIL, Rourkela Steel Plant is presenting a series of news on the freedom fighters of Odisha, some well-known and some lesser-known. Today's personality is the Pandit Krupa Sindhu Mishra. Born in Bira Hare Krishnapur village in Puri district on 27 June 1887, Pandit Krupa Sindhu Mishra devoted himself chiefly to historical writing. His outstanding contributions in the field are Odisha Itihas, Baramati and History of England. His work, Konark, is considered as one of the most credible books on the story behind the architectural marvel of the Sun Temple. He was associated with Satyabadi School and also took part in the All India Congress session in 1920 Kolkata. He passed away on 12th December 1926. That's all for the news today. Namaskar.